Welcome back to After Hours.
Welcome back
That was mad serious, right?
to
Like,
my dick.
getting back, right back into
Oh shit, that was too loud.
No bullshit.
Hold up.
No bullshit. Just straight facts.
Just straight facts
Straight fucking facts.
about the female psychology.
The female genitalia.
We're gonna teach you how to get bitches. First, you gotta have a voice like this. Mad chill, they like it. Second, you gotta beat them. Nah.
I don't know, man. They like it, but, you can't, not too much.
I don't think they like it.
They do, bro.
They like it when they want
They
it.
do.
They,
They do.
no, because if
if
they want it, then you're not beating them.
Let me not put it like that. Some women like to be physically contacted in a rough way so that you remind them that you're a male and that you're stronger than them. Physically, I'm not being a sexist here. Physically, they like to be reminded of that. This was a
weird place to start.
Not at all. It's not. If you make it weird, then it's weird. But really, it's normal shit. It's like you said, female psychology.
Sorry guys, I'm still in my 2016 gaming phase.
Yeah. Fortnite. Still in my Fortnite phase. Imagine.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I played it and it was okay because like they have a mode where you don't build.
You play with the bitches or you play with Fortnite?
What?
Oh, please do it.
I was playing Fortnite with bitches.
Right.
Anyway. Damn,
they
that sounds mad corny.
That ass, right?
Anyway.
That should be the name of the...
Anyway, I played it I was playing it with them and it was cool because they have a mode where there's no building. It's just like a straight battle royale. Yeah. Which I like because the building is the worst part.
They took it out.
No, it's a mode. It's a specific mode.
Oh.
So they have a mode with building.
Because I remember like a couple, I don't even know when, but I remember friends who played the game told me, oh, they're taking out the building. I was like, is that the main mechanic of the game?
I mean, I don't know. That's the main mechanic that a lot of people dislike about it.
But like that's the main, like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what else do you have without the...
No, it's still fun. It's like the shooting is good, the movement is fun. You could drive vehicles and shit. Like, it's still stuff to do and if you're not building. Yeah, yeah. That's the reason why I played it. Because if it cost money, I wouldn't have bought it.
Exactly.
I did buy.
If you want to play
I bought a skin. I confess.
Whatever happened to the Fortnite single player, right?
They have it now. It's just not popular.
No, they had it. So that's how the game started. Fortnite saved the world.
It's the zombie.
I guess they couldn't fucking save the world. Everyone just wanted to kill each other.
Yeah.
Fuck saving the world, right?
I got the John Cena skin, and it's just funny because it's just funny.
What?
It's just funny that John Cena is in Fortnite. Skin. Yeah,
I shouldn't be surprised, bro.
You get his skin.
I'm like acting surprised, like it's still 2018. Like they have Spider-Man, they have Rick and Morty. You have the
John Cena skin, and then his main emo is the "You Can't See Me," and it plays his theme song.
Oh man.
So you can walk up to people and just do this to them with his theme song.
You see, if they had that years ago, bro, I would have been on that shit. But it's like now it's like too little, too late. You know. But it's just crazy though how it's such a crossover of everything now. Cause think about I'm thinking back to when I used to really play the game, like in 2018. It was not that at all. It was like a fun shooter game, competitive, like. You know what I mean? It was its own thing. Because
it started making a lot of money.
Yeah, but a lot of fucking money.
They got all the collabs.
Now you got Rick and Morty's in there, Dragon Ball's in there, Marvel's in there, Batman's in. It's like, what the... in more than Smash Bros, more than Multiverses, more than all these fucking crossover games.
Have you played Multiverses?
No, I haven't played it yet.
I like it.
It's Smash Bros.
It's cool.
But with Warner Bros. Characters.
Yeah, but there's cool characters and shit. Like there's a character I don't even know the name of them, but they're like a dog that they have like a tether mechanic where let's say like your teammate is getting knocked off of the stage and they can't recover, there's a tether where you could attach a tether and pull them back to you. Or like let's say someone knocks you down, knocks you off, you could tether your opponent and drag them off the stage with you.
That's
like, it's
dope.
pretty cool.
I heard though that there was Velma has the ability to call the police and they removed it because someone put a video that they called the police on LeBron James. And they actually fucking removed her ability for that. Like, that's so ridiculous, right? People get offended about everything now.
That's great.
If you listen to this podcast, you're on the watch list. I'm just letting you know.
Yo. That's funny. Sorry. I don't have anything to say.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's so stupid. And I look, it's like, is that real? And actually, yeah. They really took that out of the game.
That's great.
But I guess it just shows though how the social media affects people's perception of like everything, gaming, movies, relationships, which we were talking about in the intro, like the female psychology and how females now basically seem to know more about men than men do, which doesn't make any sense, right? But that's what
And then you got men.
Females go on TikTok to learn about men when they could just learn about men.
And then you got men doing the same thing, going on TikTok
to learn about women.
How to get hoes from Andrew Tate and shit and Sneeko.
Without realizing that by doing that, they're already failing. Step one.
I understand the female psychology.
Right, it's like step one. You already failed.
I know why they do what they do when they do it.
Yeah, it's like that's the mentality they have. You know, it's like women are people. You know, women are just they're just people like how we are. They're just a little different.
And you got fucking.
But they make it's shitty because it's young men too. It's like young boys and shit that see that and then they start. And then you combine that with porn, so it just turns females in love, which is something that's inherent to being human and being the species. Yeah. It turns it into an object when it's not an object.
You got a whole bunch of men now. You got a whole bunch of men now thinking like how's the way to say this? They think that like showing affection to your girl and shit. And that you can't open up to your girl no matter what because then she'll use it against you. Like, what's even the point of being with them if you can't open up to them?
Sigma shit.
And then you got this whole narrative now that like it's okay to cheat on your girl because it's man's like natural desire. It's man's the natural imperative to spread your seed. But I actually heard a really good rebuttal for that from this YouTuber called Young Don.
Well, it's simple, bro. It's like you could be a fucking animal or you could be a human.
No,
have free will of your choices.
That's
it's
the
like,
thing.
wow.
He makes that separation because he's Christian, so he uses a lot of examples from the Bible and shit.
Yeah, well, the Bible is just a guide to live your life by. If you don't look at it literally,
his rebuttal is that people like Sneeko and Andrew Tate say, "Oh, it's in our nature. It's in man's nature to want to spread their seed and to fuck as many women as possible." And then his rebuttal is, "No, it's not in your nature to fuck as many women as possible. Your nature is to have children. So how are you saying you're going with your nature if you're fucking these women but not bearing children with them?"
Right.
That is the nature.
And then protect the children.
That's
our natural.
You're only indulging in the feral pleasure of sex without actually going through with it the whole way and having the child, which is like the entire purpose, the fruit that bears from sex.
You know Andrew Huberman?
No.
He's a neuro. You should look into him. He's a neuroscientist, but like that's like always his talking point, like in the beginning of podcasts and stuff he's on. That like our main two, like what compels us is to breed, but also to protect children. You know, to protect the next generation, and by like I agree with what you just said, because by you're not. One, it's unnatural because it's not sex for procreation; it's sex for pleasure, which is that's part of our society now anyway. Yeah. But inherently, it's like what's the point then? It's empty pleasure, and empty pleasure is never going to lead to anything of substance. You know, whether it's over consuming food, over consuming sex, over consuming media. It's never going to lead to positive.
And this isn't even trying to say that recreational sex is bad. It's just a point. It's just a counterpoint to you can't be hypocritical. You gotta own up. Own up to the point. Own up to the fact that it's for pleasure. Don't try to make it something where it's like, oh, this is my baser instinct. This
like
is
it's
how,
higher.
This
like
is natural.
There's a higher reason for it.
Just be real with it. Like, I just want to fuck a lot of women. You don't have to have a girlfriend and do that. You could just be single and do that. But men use it as an excuse to be with a woman and get all the benefits and emotional benefits of being with a woman.
Yeah. But
also be promiscuous.
It's like in Sopranos. He tells his wife, he's like, you fucking knew the deal and you signed up. And it's in a way it makes sense because
I don't feel bad for that situation.
But I'm saying like in alpha male position of power to do that is expected. So in that scene, Tony was trying to say like it was basically, what did you expect? But in a way, it's like that's still wrong.
He's hypocritical for that though, because he married her.
Right.
And also,
but that's the thing. Men want to have their cake and eat it too. Yeah. But women too, though. Let's not say it's not one-sided because there's women that cheat too. But women cheat for different reasons, more for emotional repercussion.
Yeah, but women
to get back at people.
Women don't say like, "Oh, it's nature. That's how it should be."
No, exactly. It's more petty. Either way is petty, but in that form.
But in the case of The Sopranos, I don't feel like that's the same, because the way the specific relationship dynamic I was talking about was where you get together under the assumption you tell each other that we're monogamous, that we're committed, and then you go and you cheat, and then you use the excuse that it's natural. If you get with a woman and beforehand you're like, listen, I'm gonna be with you, but I'm gonna still fuck other people, that's fine, because it's consenting at that point. You know, she knows, and if she gets in her feelings about it, that's her fault because she signed up for it.
Yeah, that's true. It's just depending on the person, of course. You know, like I wouldn't personally want to be in that, but some people.
Yeah, that's the choice. That's the choice you have to make at the beginning.
Yeah, man. Relationships are weird. Like just people, like with people in general, and especially now, like with social media and the internet, it's just so like disconnected. It's like making people into objects. There's really, like I said,
there's so many sexualities
because
now.
Men want women as an object sexually for like their appearance or whatever, and women want men sexually as objects for their status or, you know, for what they're doing. But either way it's not love. And love is ultimately what it's supposed to be. It's what we're supposed to strive for. It's what we desire as beings. Yeah. As not even human beings, but as light energy beings, we desire love. Like that's our ultimate vibration. And by adding all this complication to it and all this extra shit, it's diluting it and it's making it into consumption. And then it's like those people say they're not happy, and they're never happy because you're always trying to get to that next high. It's like a drug addict that just keeps fucking taking the drug and is like, oh, how is it not working? Because you're trying to get a high that you'll never reach that high. Because it's just constant repetition without substance, without a goal.
What you said earlier about the social media, that reminded me of like, there's a whole lot of sexualities now. There's a whole bunch of sexualities that just don't make sense to me. Like there's a sexuality called like sapiosexual, where like it basically means you're attracted to someone that's intelligent. That's not a sexuality. That's a preference in who you like. I think
that's what not it the is. Same people thing. Just like to feel part of a group. That's really it's tribalism. Yeah. People like to feel like, you know, oh, I'm sapiosexual because I like this type of man or women.
Like it makes sense. You're heterosexual. You like someone of the same sex. Homosexual. No, heterosexual. You like the other sex. Homosexual is like the same sex. Bisexual, like both sexes. Pansexual, it gets into genders. And that's like basically where it ends up, because your sexuality doesn't have to do with your fucking like preferences and your partner. It's a biological thing. It has to do with literally the sex of the person. That's why it's in the name.
Yeah.
It's not a social construct. It's literally in your biology. And so like that's why when I hear about something like sapiosexual or whatever the fuck it's called, it just sounds dumb to me.
Well, I like how you put it, because social construct, social media, it's like now on social media we turn biological, physical things into social things that aren't, you know what I mean? Like pregnancy, like there'll be a whole community on social media of pregnant videos and of pregnant things to do when you're pregnant, and different communities of people say, oh, you should give birth like this, no, you should give birth like that, no, you should do this, you know what I'm saying? For every aspect of your biology, it's like taking a shit. How should I take a shit? Should I take a shit and wipe my ass like this? And there'll be a video. I swear to guys, I've seen these fucking videos. The guy's like, fellas, you need to wipe your ass like this. Make sure your middle finger, get up in there, get in the bunghole and wipe your ass. It's like, are we really fucking making videos on how to wipe your ass? It's inherent to human biology, but we turn it into a social thing. But not everything, I feel like personally, not everything is meant to be social. Not everything is meant to be something we share. Like, yo, Edwin, I took a shit this morning, bro. It was nasty, bro. Really, like one of those shits that
yummy.
You keep wiping and you're like, oh my God, like when will it be
you
clean?
Do that.
When will it be clean?
You do that. What the fuck do you mean?
Exactly.
You do that all the time.
Do. You get it?
You fucking text the group chat like, yo, I just took a nasty shit.
Well, let me
you know what? I still
rephrase it though. It shouldn't be something that you tell people how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a tutorial.
The way you
like, nah, you gotta do it like this.
You reminded me.
But you're right though.
There was a long time ago. I think it was like last year. It was when I was still in the apartment before this house. And it was at midnight. It was past midnight. And that day I was coming home from work and my dad picked me up and we went and we got shakes. And I got a shake that had coconut milk in it. And that had me shitting my guts out all night.
That's good though.
Yeah, it was good, but it was not good. It was horrible. It felt horrible. Well, I was shitting my guts out for like 2 hours straight. And the whole time, not the whole time, like 30 minutes in, I got it, like I was in Discord just as a joke by myself, like dying of diarrhea. And then Matt joined. And then we started talking. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm fucking dying, shitting right now. And then we start talking, and you join too. And then all three of us are in there, and I'm just fucking dying from diarrhea. And
sometimes, when you're at your lowest point, it's good to have people there to pick you up.
I have a picture of that shit because it was so bad that I got up to flush, and I looked at it. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, those be the ones, man.
I need to take a picture of this.
People say it's nasty, but there are shits that you take that you feel accomplished that you completed that.
I looked at it and I was like, wow.
Like, how the fuck did that come out of me?
I could see like formations in it and little patterns. It looked like an art piece.
It's like sort of like giving birth.
Like if I like cropped it, if I cropped it and took out the toilet and made it look like it wasn't shit. If I didn't tell you it was shit, you would think it was like an art piece, and I could probably put it in a museum or something,
Some people do that, man. I'm sure there's $1 million piece that's just someone's shit.
Imagine the Mona Lisa was just one of Da Vinci. Who made the Mona Lisa? Da Vinci? Mm-hmm. What if it was just one of Da Vinci's shits?
It was just some thought. Probably gonna walk in. But about the coconut milk thing though, that shows you because okay, so basically within fruit within vegetables is a substance called H3O3, which is more hydrating than H2O, which we drink H2O as our main source of hydration, but really H3O3 is more hydrating, and it's what's contained in fruit. So what happened was with the coconut water, your body took that in, they processed it, and it's like, oh shit, and it's just like lubrication basically, you know, because our bodies are 90% water.
That was so bad.
So when we slow it down with starchy foods or just anything we eat, anything we ingest, the coconut water acts as like, you know, sort of like when the dam is about to burst and it cleans the pipes out, you know? So that's what went on there. So that's why I said it's good, because it's good in the sense of like it's cleaning you out and it's a detox, but it's bad because, you know, it's a very explosive reaction. But the more you consume that product, the more, I shouldn't say product because it's a product of nature. Exactly. The more you get used to it and the more it keeps your body alkaline and keeps your body functioning in flow. You know, because you want to be in a state of flow. It's like when you eat a fucking big meal and you just want to go to sleep after because your body just shut down. Like, everything slows down. It's just, you know, instead of it being a functioning, flowing fluid system, it turns, now we got to process all this.
Straight hour or two of shitting.
Yep.
Man, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, it reminds me of all these fucking scammers on Discord now. Everyone's got a TikTok. Bro, listen. I'm sorry. I needed to talk. I talked about this on the last one too, but I experienced it more. And I'm seeing it. And it's like all these fucking people on TikTok. So this is the whole game. They go on TikTok. So they make a TikTok. And then, you know, TikTok has a lot of little kids. So they make all the little kids join their Discord. And then they tell them they can get rich just by being an affiliate and sharing their content. So basically they build up a whole army. So they create a Discord. They build up an army of kids that recommend people to the Discord. And in turn, they supposed to get paid. I don't think they actually do make money. I don't think they actually do get paid. So that they can buy their programs. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole fucked up chain. And then I'm like an actual intelligent, like observant person that's looking at this, and I'm like, oh, this is a fucking scam. It's like, you know, there's certain fallacies that don't add up and that just make you say, oh, this is not legit. But the way they get it is they take impressionable youth and they just put them onto bullshit.
Yeah, and there's also, they probably also make money from Discord alone.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Depending on how many people, I think Discord has a thing where, like, if you get a certain amount, you can make it a community.
You see,
and you could create roles and shit. Like, you'll have a role, like you have a high role, and someone could pay you through Discord for you to give them that role. Exactly,
and then it's like they have a service too that they sell that is like, oh, join my program. All these gurus have. I mean, I get it. Everyone's just trying to make money, but it's just disingenuous.
Yeah.
Because there's actually people that would want to be educated.
They're so obnoxious too.
Yeah, and it's so obvious.
If you have videos like that expose them, they'll be all in the comments like, oh, haha, you were the method, bro. You were the method. Blah, 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 saying you probably got scammed. That's why you hating. Oh, you're the method. I'm
going to say straight up, I didn't get scammed. I'm just observing the scam. So that, you know, not that I can run it on other people, but because I want to let people know, like, yo, this is what people are doing.
Yeah, there's a specific guy I saw where he's like a young kid. He's younger than us. He's like fucking 18 or 17.
Might be the same guy.
Or 16. No, it's a white guy. No, he's not a scammer.
No, I'm talking about the one I was talking about, though.
Oh, he made a video exposing, not exposing them, but like basically saying like, oh, you're a scammer, you're a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. I make my money legit, I trade stocks, blah, blah, whatever. And then all the people in the comments are like, oh, you broke, you the method. He's like, I'm not broke. I just made 20,000 in one day selling stocks, and it's just a whole fucking dick flinging contest. Like, oh, bro, I made 30. And then
they with the fucking play money, bro.
I made 30K in one log.
People with the fucking play money. Like, I would like to grab that stack of tissues over there and show like But that's what they do on this shit. Like, oh, look at the money I made. That could be, like, that's fake, bro. That's fake.
It's either fake or
they make
stupid.
a little, this is what they do. They make a B-reel of cars, of a car garage, of city lights and shit, of money, of stacks of money. And they make a 5-second video and they say, want to get like rich like this? Join my Discord. Join my... Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Even if it is real money, they hold a rack.
Right.
It's like you're stupid as fuck for having that much money in cash. That shit is depreciating as you hold it. Especially now.
Yeah.
Put that shit
even
in
then, it's
account.
like you share a screenshot of your bank account. It was like,
yeah.
Okay, Photoshop.
Yeah, I used to know this. There used to be this guy on Discord. I was in his server, and he was so fucking corny, bro. He'd be like, I bet I'm the only nigga in here that has $100K in the bank, saved up in the bank. And he's posted a screenshot of his bank account, and it had like 100,000, whatever, showing that he had 100K. And I'm like, oh, word, bro, we on the same wavelength. I fucking went on Google, and I looked up 100,000 bank account. And I just took a picture from Google, and it looked exactly like the one he sent. Or like
you see what
similar.
I mean?
And I'm like, yo, nigga, you probably just got that funky ass bank account picture off of Google trying to flex on it. Nobody gives a fuck, bro.
Exactly. It's like nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares.
Even if it was real, like, you don't care.
Even if it was real, nobody cares. It's like to flex money is one of the stupidest fucking things.
How's your 100,000 helping me?
How's it helping anyone?
Yeah.
Fuck help. How's it even helping him? By sharing that. It's actually hurting him because people know. Now I know, oh shit, you got money, so I'm gonna get the boys, I'm gonna pay them, and then we're gonna fucking rob you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're hurting yourself. You think you're doing something positive, but really you're just hurting yourself.
People think they're invincible. Everybody has the main character complex where they think nothing can happen to them.
Until it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good though, to a degree. Because, you can be a good main character and be virtuous and not do that. Or you can be a dick. And just in general, it's a social thing too. It's like you can just be a dick, and that's what's gonna come back to you.
You gotta have some self-awareness.
Because that's universal rule.
You
be a dick. Your dick is gonna come back to you.
It's like P&B Rock.
Exactly. You want to do stupid shit. You want to post stupid shit. All right.
P&B Rock was in L.A. He was chilling in L.A. He has money. He has a beautiful girl with him. What does this nigga do? He goes to South L.A., bro. The hood of LA, and LA is notorious for robbing rappers and shooting them, robbing rappers.
People get shot in LA for no reason,
nigga,
bro.
Mad rappers die in LA.
But as initiation, there's a lot of people that just get shot that are random, regular people.
Yeah, so now
you can imagine you're a
celebrity.
Exactly.
Bro, Biggie died in LA. Pop Smoke died in LA. Fucking Tupac died in LA. Now P&B Rock, Nipsey died in L.A. and that's his own city.
Yeah,
and he died there. And fucking, you want to go to the hood of L.A., go to a fucking ghetto ass chicken place, go to Roscoe's Chicken and want to post your location on Instagram. Now everybody knows where you at. And before that, he had gotten robbed prior. Somebody tried to rob him prior to that, so he almost got robbed. And this motherfucker isn't smart enough to realize, maybe I shouldn't post my location.
They say, man, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right?
That's the shit I was talking about. The main, like, he thinks he's like, he thinks he's invincible, bro. Like, you're a
and then
person.
A lot of it is money too, man. Like, they get money, and then it's like a complex, like a god complex. It's just energy. It's just paper. It's
bro, if I got money, nobody will know I have money.
It's meaningless.
The only way you'll know I have money is if I'm wearing if I buy a nice like Gucci hat or some shit, or a Gucci hoodie, some like nice clothes. That's pretty much the only way I'll display my money, by having nice clothes. I don't really fuck with jewelry or anything like that.
Like, be him, but don't fucking be stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like, get a nice watch. don't fucking ice it out. Just get a nice plain Jane watch, because icing it out ruins the value of the watch anyway.
It's just like, you look at the people that are really rich, and they're dressed normal. They dress normal.
Clothes, nice material clothes. You know, fucking get a fucking silk shirt, some shit. Because you can't tell that at a glance. You have to touch it.
And it's just crazy how
just
those people come out of poverty and come out of bad situations.
That's why they flex.
And that's why they flex. But also, instead of trying to help, like some of them do, like Nipsey Hussle, who got killed, he tried to help. But instead of trying to help communities, what do? They make the same music about shooting, killing, stabbing, robbing, doing drugs and poisoning your community, instead of like trying to elevate. You feel me? Like, that's
or not even not like make it. It's okay to make music like that. Don't live that. Don't actually live it. I understand music is a business. You got to do what sells to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? But like, they also want to live it. So like, they'll be rich. They'll be a rich rapper, and they'll still want to be doing hood rat shit. Like 6ix9ine. Like 6ix9ine. He was mad successful, and this fucking dumb motherfucker wants to run with Treyways and rob stores, like regular ass stores. He put his career in jeopardy because he wants to rob a store so that he could be initiated in a game. Yeah, like, stupid. Come on, man, it's dumb.
I mean, it's also like the God complex thing, you know, like they don't think they're gonna get caught. They don't think it's gonna be serious because they already got money. The celebrity thing. But I don't know, man. You said it's okay. Like, you can make whatever music you want. Art is art. But just the fact that, like, you get to that point and then you're promoting the same thing that is keeping so many people down. Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, buy sneakers and shit. Consume.
Negativity sells. Positivity. If you're a rapper, I
agree.
You're a rapper and you want to be positive. You fucking
shit, like what you talking about.
Want to be like J. Cole. You want to be like J. Cole.
Well, J. Cole, whatever.
J. Cole's a successful rapper, and he's positive. He doesn't really rap about shit like that. What's the response you get from people? Oh, he's boring. I can't bob him. He's mad boring. Blah 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 blah. He's not on no shit. He's boring. Like, or Kendrick. Oh, Kendrick is boring. He's mid. Oh, his music's trash. You know,
that's crazy.
I can't party to his music.
How the fuck you gonna say Kendrick is mid, bro? Like, come on.
Nah, like, I saw a video earlier that really like gave me a perspective on that. There's two types of people that consume art. There's people that actually consume art, and then there's people that just passively consume it. And music is one of the biggest examples of that. Because you could have someone like me, for example. I'll sit down and listen to an album. Like, I'll actually listen to an album. I'll see what I like about it. I'll listen to it as an art piece. But most people don't listen to music like that. Most people listen to music like, oh, you know, I'm at the gym. Let me put on some music. Or, I'm about to have a party and I need to put on like a nice playlist of music to listen to. They don't actually like listen to it. They have it as background noise to their activities. So right. they like passively consume it without really putting thought into it. And that's why like music, like well,
I mean, you could passively consume something and still like you can listen to a podcast and do something and still retain the information. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like music is different because podcasts, like, a podcast is words, you know?
Yeah.
There's not really...
Is words too, and also...
Yeah, but music is metaphors and...
True. Analogy. There's more to it.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the type of thing... It's like a movie, too. You watch a movie and you're not going to notice everything...
Yeah, there's people that watch movies. Time. Their idea of watching a movie is, oh, I'm going to watch the new... MCU movie. I'm gonna watch the new MCU movie. Explosions. Oh, it's cool.
I'm gonna watch the movie one time and then never again.
And then there's fucking people like us that obsess over and fucking we watch the same Breaking Bad episode like 7 times. Like, oh my god, yo, that shot was mad cool. Or damn, this character study is cool. The way that he fell, they developed this character. Most people don't watch movies like that.
Oh, that's boring. That's what they'll say.
No, those same people. That's why. Those same people could watch it. Could watch Breaking Bad and enjoy it, but they won't.
They won't enjoy it the same way.
Yeah, they'll watch it and they'll be like, yeah, that was cool, and they'll never think about it
It's
again.
like eating a steak. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you want a nice fucking prime rib that's nice and pink on the inside, but not too pink, but not too well done, because you want the juices so that when you eat it, it has that flavor palette, and it's just so good. And then some people's like, no, I don't like that pink shit, it's raw.
That's not a good.
I want my steak cooked well done. I want to chew it for 3 hours, and I don't even like want to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Let me think of an analogy for that.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Like, some people just, there's no thought put into what they're consuming. It's just, oh, that's raw meat. I want my steak well done and over seasoned, and I don't want to enjoy the flavor of the meat. I don't want to enjoy the nuance. I think that's the word for it, is nuance. Some people just don't have that, like, desire for nuance, and whether it be their media, their movies, their conversations, their music, their style choices.
It's like someone you tell a joke to.
People are just simple, man.
Simple
Jack.
I don't know. This is like it's a hard thing to make a good analogy for. 'Cause it's like telling someone, I don't know, a joke, I guess, like a double meaning joke, and some people will laugh at it because they get it, and just some others won't.
Some people just won't even be like, they'll be like, what?
Yeah.
That was a joke?
They'll try to look at it literally.
Like, I don't get it.
And that because we could watch those two types of people could watch Breaking Bad, and one will be like, oh, they'll remember it, they'll be like, man, Breaking Bad is great. The character of Walter White, how he spirals downwards into depravity, it's amazing. And then the other person will watch it, is like, yeah, it was a good show, that plot twist was good, yeah. And then they'll just forget about it. It won't even stay in their mind.
Yeah.
Whereas the other person will actively think about it, will make an impact on them.
It's like, bro, I think about that show every day. And I don't even intend to. It was just such a profound piece of art that it just stays in my mind, And not to say I'm a fanatic and, like, I can't get, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I look at things with that lens because that piece of art helped me see the world differently.
Yeah, and it's not even necessarily, there's nothing wrong with, like, watching something surface level, because I can still appreciate it. Like, I'll watch an MCU film, and, like, I'll see a lot of people be like, oh, it has no point, this is just mindless fun. I'm like, yeah, it's mindless fun.
Sometimes it's what you
have
want.
fun, man, Not everything has to be a deep fucking philosophical thought experiment.
But with the MCU shit, I just feel out of that, man. They got so...
I don't know.
It's just so bad now. Like, it's just so fucking bad.
I never really...
I don't even have words.
I never really watched all of them in the first place. They're just mindless fun for me.
Yeah. But I'm talking about, like, up to Endgame, and then now, what they're doing. Like, I don't know if you've seen... I haven't seen... The only thing I saw was Moon Knight, and that was decent. It was, like, actually alright. But the She-Hulk shit, bro, she's twerking, and... Now they're putting it's really fucking bad.
Yeah, it's...
Like, you could just tell that, and Marvel was, like, going up,
But you know what I appreciate?
They built up all their fans, they built up an audience, they built up the stands, so that they'll have fans who, no matter what the fuck they'll put out, they'll defend it.
Yeah. You know what I appreciate people who, like, admit that they'll say, yeah, I like She-Hulk, even though it's a terrible show. Like... I respect people that are willing to admit that something that they like is bad. Because you can like bad things.
Some people like getting their nipples tortured.
No, we watch bad shit all the time. Like, I remember we fucking watched that movie Ozark Shark. Where it's a fucking shark. It's a shark that washes into, like, a lake and it eats people. And it's literally so bad. Yeah. It's like a fucking plastic shark toy that you get from the store, and that's the shark for the movie. But it's a
different type of enjoyment, though.
Yeah, it's camp, because that's technically what She-Hulk is. That's what they describe it as. It's camp. It's not supposed to be something that's good. It's just mindless.
Yeah, kind of like the videos we make.
Yeah,
it's like it's meant to be funny. But I guess, like, that kind of shows the difference between the intent of the artist and the actual perception of the viewer of the art. You know, because the artist can intend something that goes right over the viewer's head that no one ever thinks about. You know, and as a filmmaker, like I experienced that because I put stuff in videos and I put stuff, and in my head it makes sense, and then someone watches it and they don't get it. Like the first video, like the Messiah Awakens video we made, no one got it, and I'm like showing them, and they're just like, "Oh, it's trippy, stoner, like what the fuck?" And you
it's
know,
not even what
I get like that. It is though to some people because that's just their perception. That wasn't the intent of the art, but
because it's fucking purple, bro.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's just how people perceive it. Everyone's got a different perception. In a way, that's a beautiful thing. You know, because you, as an artist, that's what you want. You want people to look at what you're doing and take a different meaning. But at the same time, you don't give a fuck because you're just doing it because you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not for their purpose or their intent or their enjoyment. It's just so that
my purpose for
put it out.
Stuff, my incentive for
I just want to make cool
is just to make people laugh.
Yeah, I just want to make cool shit and inspire others to do the same. Inspire others to get in touch with what they like and what makes them feel creative or makes them happy, really. Because happiness is really what it is all about. You know, we're all here on this journey. Why would you want to make anyone else's life harder? You know what I mean? Like, it's already hard enough. Life's hard enough.
Unless they're a bad person.
Yeah, but even
like
if they're
Nazi.
Even if they're a bad person, that like it's gonna come back to them. You know what I mean? So unless they're directly threatening you or someone close to you, or it's not worth your time and energy to attack that. Like if I go and I'm making videos about some YouTuber, like a scammer, you know what I'm saying, and every video I make is trying to expose this scammer, I'm never gonna fucking make my own videos. And then there's just gonna be more of him. More of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Just
it's
make
kind
one
of
video.
Exactly. No. I'm just saying, like, let's say,
someone
is obsessive,
not letting it absorb you.
Like, I'll give you a good example.
I get what you mean.
There's this YouTuber called the Fourth Snake. Not to shout anyone out, but he just makes videos about why the new Mortal Kombat games suck, and that's his whole channel. And I get it. It's your thing, but do you feel fulfilled by that? Maybe he does. I don't know. But you're just hating.
Why do they suck?
You're just hating. It's mainly the story. The story.
Who the fuck gives a fuck about the story?
That's exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that serious.
It's a fight.
You know what it is, though? But you know what it is? Because the story has potential, and the way they set it up in the early games, it had the potential, and I think Mortal Kombat still has that potential to be a great cinematic franchise, to be a great story. But the problem is because it has great lore, great characters, great, you know what I'm saying? They don't see it like that. They see it how you're seeing it, but I guess it's different perceptions. So it's a great example we were talking about.
I'm not like, I don't know.
Like the potential is there for it to be amazing, and since we have modern technology,
it's a game first and foremost. So when you say he makes videos about how Mortal Kombat sucks, I thought it would be about the fighting mechanics suck.
Oh no!
Like when you say a game like Mortal Kombat sucks, the last thing that comes to my mind is you don't like the story. You know what I mean? Like I get if it's like a story based game. Like The Last of Us. The Last of Us sucks. I'm going to think, he probably doesn't like the story. You know? But in a game like Mortal Kombat, the story's an add-on. It's not the main meat of the package of why you go. You don't get a Mortal Kombat game because you're like, I wonder where they're going to take the story this time.
But you know what?
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but maybe some people do think like that. As weird as that might sound, you might think like, "What?"
That's like buying a Doom game for the story. Like,
no, that's fucking retarded. I'm sorry. But people complain about that shit too. No. Yeah, when the Eternal came out and the DLC, came out, they're like, "No, I don't like where the story's going." Like, fucking, who cares? Just shoot the fucking thing and have fun. But everyone's got their own opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
But you're right. But in terms of the movies would be cool because the movies, the main thing is the story.
Yeah, but instead
you don't have gameplay in a movie.
They tried to just. Oh my god, that was a travesty. That movie.
The power of designer.
The random fucking guy, like that's the dumbest shit you could do. Adapting anything.
Yeah.
Is hey, let's take this thing people love with characters people already love, and let's shit all over it and put our own bullshit so that we can, I don't know what the fuck is the purpose of it. You know what I mean? Like, what's the purpose of it? It's a bunch of people that aren't fans, don't know shit, and just look at it and say, look,
let's make a movie. Let's make a
movie. We like it, but we need our own character.
Yeah.
To be relatable.
Yeah. Let's make a Doom movie, but instead of Doom guy being the main character, let's have this guy named Steve. He's caught up in the apocalypse, and Doom guy saves him. Now Steve has to go on this wacky adventure with Doom guy. Yeah. It'll be really fun for the audience. He gives Steve the super shotgun instead of Doom guy, and Steve could kill all the demons.
And everyone will love it.
Yeah.
They'll fall in love with, you know what it is? It's probably like they'll fall in love with our character and our take on this rather than what they want to see, which is the character and the name. But because they have the name, because they have the image, because we have the super shotgun, we have this, we have that. So
they even do it with like race. Well,
they know people are gonna see it because of that, so they're just taking
it in a different direction. It's not the same thing, but it's the same intent for like race swapping. Like I feel like when a lot of people criticize race swapping, they do it for the wrong reasons.
God. Let's talk about that.
They do it for the wrong reasons though, because a lot of people do race swapping, and they're like, oh, that race swapping is just this isn't the original. They're desecrating the original by changing their skin color, blah blah blah, and that's so easy to have a rebuttal against, right? Because you'll just be like, it's a fictional character, it doesn't matter. But
right.
What they should actually be criticizing is they don't want to put in the effort or don't have enough creativity to create their own black character that can stand on their own without piggybacking off of the success of another character.
Exactly, I was gonna say that
because you'll have a character for like the Little Mermaid. It's fine because it really doesn't matter what skin color they are because the Little Mermaid is like a mermaid. It doesn't fucking matter.
But listen, hear me out. People will argue with you because the original fairy tale was like a German whatever the fuck. I say it doesn't fucking matter. It's a story.
Well, it doesn't matter.
There's always a new take. There's always... People didn't get mad when they fucking remade Wizard of Oz over and over again. Or when they remade all these movies over and over again. Changed the actors. And so it doesn't fucking matter, really. There's more shit. There's way more important shit to be getting mad about.
The original fairy tale of Little Mermaid is nothing like the movie, so they already changed the source material. So
but I'm just saying that's some people's argument. Yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on because I feel that way too. Because I feel like you shouldn't be celebrating. This one's mine. Like, to me, that would be fucking embarrassing. Yeah. Like, oh my god, wow, they made her black? Oh my god, like, that's supposed to be like a win for black people? Like, no, like, that's embarrassing. They're exploiting your image to basically attract you to see this that you might not have otherwise been interested in and create false interest. They're not doing anything creative. You're not doing anything interesting. You're not putting a new spin on it.
The perfect example of how to correctly make a black character is Miles Morales. He's like the best.
Unique. He's a unique, original fucking character.
Instead of taking Peter Parker and just making him black, because that's what they basically. Well, no, they didn't do that with They did that with MJ kind of. Because they made MJ Zendaya, and now she's black. But she's still like MJ. And she's like a quirky white girl, but with black skin. Like a quirky, edgy, weird, socially awkward girl. The way that they did it with Miles Morales is so cool. Because he's black. He's black. Like everything. His culture, where he's from. He's from Brooklyn. His mom is Puerto Rican. When he leaves the house in Spider-Verse, He says, hasta luego, ma.
Yeah, all the Puerto Rican flags.
And all the Puerto Rican flags.
Iconography.
He says, "Yo, what's up?" Too. He says, "Yo, what's up?" He dabs people up. You know what I'm saying? Like he's black. He's not just Peter Parker with black skin. Because the way that they do it now, if they were to do that now, it would be Peter Parker. Like, yeah, my name's Peter Parker. I'm black. Hey, how you doing? Wonderful weather we're having. Yeah. Well, like, and it's not. And they still make him smart. He's still smart. He's capable, and he's culturally black. Like he's a good black character. You know what I mean? And a Puerto Rican character too. He's a good representation for Puerto Rican people too. Also. You know, that's like the perfect example of how to do a differently raced character instead of just generic replacement.
You take, something that works, Spider-Man, and you just put a different spin on it. But you're not literally just taking the character and changing the skin tone. Yeah.
A bad example.
I feel like that's embarrassing.
Yeah, a bad example.
It's like exploitation.
Yeah, a bad example is what they did with Deadshot in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, because there's no reason for well, in that case, though, I don't even think it's racial. I just think Will Smith's a big actor. Let's get Will Smith. That was the whole thought process.
He's black, so that's also like a factor in it. So like they made him. But the thing about
but he's Will Smith. It's different.
Yeah,
it's for his name and his face specifically.
It also pisses me off though because Will Smith is Deadshot, but he doesn't act like Deadshot.
He acts like Will Smith.
He just acts like Will Smith.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like that was the whole logic behind it.
Will Smith acts the same in every single movie unless he's playing like an African guy.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of actors like that though. That just play the same.
Yeah, like Jason Statham.
Yeah, he's always like a serious fucking British guy. Hey, fuck you up.
I'm Jason Statham. I talk like this in every movie. I fight the same. I have the same character. I'm the serious British guy.
And then you got a guy like Joaquin Phoenix, is a different guy in every movie.
Oh my god, yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, you barely recognize him in some movies.
Yeah, or Christian Bale.
Yeah. Or who played Penguin in the Batman? I forgot.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't.
People didn't even know that was him.
The actor, yeah. Don't show our equipment. Can't have them knowing. No, imagine. This is the PodTrack P4.
You gotta gatekeep.
Yes, isn't it fucking stupid though? People really do that. Like, oh no,
bro.
You can't have them knowing what equipment we use. Like, who cares?
You can't have them. You can't.
It's public.
You can't know what restaurant I eat at. It's my restaurant.
Well, that's different if you don't want to. If you're someone who could potentially get shot, like we talking about Sopranos.
Oh no! I mean like
if you're in the mob.
No, I mean like a normal ass person. Like you'll see people. You'll see people post their food.
Oh my god! I fucking hate that, bro.
No,
unless it's like you're a chef.
It's a really good. No, it's like a really good food. I understand if it's like really good food, because it's like an experience. I don't know.
Just keep it to yourself.
I wouldn't do it myself, but
you could understand where it comes from.
Yeah,
me too.
Because it's like a nice ass meal, like it's not something you eat every day. I understand in that case, but if you're like, I don't understand if you take a picture of like your fucking Popeyes box. But anyway, like I was saying that there are people that they'll post their story on Instagram, their picture of their food, and then someone will DM them like, "Oh, where'd you get that food?" And then the person will be like, "Nah, I'm not telling you. Starve. You can't eat here. This is my place to eat."
Weird. I feel like social media just makes people more antisocial.
Yeah.
It sucks because it's a tool at the end of the day, and it's how you use it. But the way it affects the human brain, I don't think the human brain is developed enough to properly utilize social media because we're just so backwards that it literally leads to like negativity. It leads to the opposite. So it's just validation. Everyone's just trying to be validated on social media. So they're posting something so people could like it, so they could feel like, oh my god, I did something. Like I'm accepted. Personally, that's not how I look at it. I look at it as a tool to inspire and motivate others to do something.
Or make
people do not see it like that, though. They don't see it like that at all.
Yeah.
You know, they take it too seriously.
People use Snapchat to, like, update people on their daily life. I use Snapchat to post memes. I like to make people laugh. Like,
it's like you're a bum, bro. Not you. I'm just saying people that do that shit, like, you're seeking validation from people you don't even fucking know. And, like, if someone else puts something you don't like, or if, like, let's say you put something and you like what someone else does, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you put something else and then you don't like their next post, then they get mad.
You know what's the weirdest?
Because they think, you're not fucking with me, you're not giving me my like, okay, I'm not gonna like your shit. It's stupid.
People that start beefing over
like, people don't have lives. Like, people don't have more important shit to be doing.
Or people that beef over social media, like, they'll have entire arguments with each other on their Snapchat story. And they'll add each other, like, oh, you a bitch, at this person.
That shit is really fucking sad.
It's mostly teenagers that do that. So it's, like, childish. It's childish.
It's childish, but you have to realize, unfortunately, that it becomes an adult. And that adult is going to retain... He might learn and grow up, or he might retain that and become a fucking 40-year-old that's still doing that. Because there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to leave off.
The facts with the burp, too.
Yeah. Validation.
Seek
it from those who matter to you.
Seek it from yourself, first and foremost.
Yeah,
but the people you love as well.
You should matter to yourself.
Exactly, man. First and foremost, though, you shouldn't be like, I need to post this shit so someone else can like it. Like, just like your own shit in your own brain. Like, that's it.
When I post a picture of a pretty sunset, it's not to get likes. It's because I thought the sunset was pretty.
And you